What's up, YouTube? Today I'll be teaching you guys how to Casper. Casper is a freestyle trick of medium difficulty. It's really not hard, but it's hard to learn because there's a lot of timing and balance involved. But yeah, and there's a lot of misconceptions about it, so I'll clear those up and teach you guys how to do it. There's really only one misconception that I can think of, and that's people think that this is a Casper. It's not. The board has to be off the ground, and your foot has to be off the ground. Both feet. This foot can't be on the ground, like toe touch, heel touch, or side of your foot touching. And this foot can't touch. Even if you get into it like that, and then lift it up, no, you can't. Your foot can't touch at any time. So yeah, now I'll teach you guys how to do it. First thing you need is foot placement. Now I put my front foot, right behind these bowls, like the front bowls, wherever, anywhere behind these bowls, and somewhere within here to here. You can do it wherever you want, but that makes it easy for me. Yeah, so my back foot, I put the heel, like right here. You can do it back here, but it's easier here. Just so when you get into it, your foot's already up here, so it doesn't slide down. And because if your foot touches the ground, it's not a Casper. So yeah, but you want to make sure not to put it over the wheel, so that when you get into it, the wheel's not in the way, and you don't slip on the wheel and fall. Yeah, that's kind of it. So now I'll teach you guys how to do the trick. To do a Casper, you got your feet set up, and you're going to want to push down with this foot, and this foot really doesn't do anything until the board comes around, and then you lift it up, but you want to keep it under the board so you don't push down, lift up as it comes around, kind of scoop it under. That's real hard. Yeah, because a lot of people try that, like that, and scoop it under. Then your foot's already going forward. You start rotating, and you want to bring it straight up. You don't want to kind of bring it up like that and then start rotating again. It's hard to keep your balance. So yeah, this just, your front foot stays in the same place. And then your back foot is kind of just pivoting on the edge of the board. So just pivoting, and then it should catch, like, right before these, your trucks. And so that way, once again, your foot doesn't touch the ground. So, yeah, now I'll show you what can go wrong with Casper. That's one thing that can go wrong. If you don't lift straight up with your front foot, the board will turn and rotate, and you'll lose your balance. So yeah, that's the main thing when you're first learning it. You just gotta lift straight up. That's really the only thing that can go wrong with getting into Casper, but getting out is the tricky part. Hopefully, with your front foot, you catch it kind of on the edge of the, like, on the toe of your foot, so that it's real easy to flip out. Yeah, your foot should catch, like, behind these bolts when it's under the board. So that way it's real easy to flip out. And if you're trying to do it like that to land back on, you're going to jump up with both feet, and you want to jump straight up with both feet, because if you only jump up with this foot, the board will go out, like it'll rotate out, or go like that, and you land just barely with both your feet. It might fly out from under you, and you think you're close, because, I mean, you almost landed it, but you're not. You gotta jump straight up with both feet, and as you jump, that'll cause the board to flip over. Or if it's not, just give the board a little extra click. But, yeah, that's one way to get out, and I'll show you another way to get out. Kind of doing Casper with the sex change, so you flip your body around, spin your body around as you're doing it. That's the easiest way for me, just because if you kind of land off balance, you can throw your body around to keep the momentum. If you're leaning too far forward, you keep the momentum going, and as you spin around, your foot like automatically flips the board, and then you land. Then you can kind of pivot out to keep from falling. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Just as you're spinning around, you jump up with this foot, spin your body around, and as you do it, you're gonna shift your front foot to the side, this side, and it should, as you're doing it, like spin it or flip it over, and then you land. That's basically, those are the basic ways to get out. Oh, there's another. Some people find it easier to, like, get out like that. It's not really easy, but I don't know, some people find it easier. Or doing a shove it out is kind of cool, like that. That's actually really cool. It's kind of hard to do, but what you're going to want to do is kind of scoop. You want to be leaning more forward when you do this, so you can get good scoop. And you want to scoop it out and kind of push with your front foot too, so that it gets around to here, and then you just let the board follow through, and you get your feet in place to catch it, and you land. So, yeah, that's basically all there is to it. And I'll teach you what can go wrong with getting out of Caspers. There's a lot of things that can go wrong getting out of Caspers, but the main thing is, like, just not committing to it. You guys see a lot of people, they do a Casper to lose their balance and, like, board falls. That really shouldn't happen, unless you're just beginning and your foot slips out or you really lose your balance. But you should always at least try to get back on the board, because even if you don't have your balance, doing the Casper with the sex change is really easy. It's actually easier than the normal Casper. So, yeah, just not committing to it, or when people try to spin out normal, they don't jump up with both feet, so it kind of spins around, and their feet land really close to each other, and you fall. So you just gotta, like, jump up with both feet to make it spin. Yeah, that's basically it for... Oh, this is getting into... I probably should have mentioned this. This is getting into Casper from normal. There's also getting in from rail stand. And then there's a bunch of other ways. And that's also what I showed you, was getting out of Casper normal. It's the easiest way. You can also get into, like, 50-50, or in the rail stand, or flipping it and getting back into Casper. But I'm not good at those, so I'm not going to teach you. Maybe I'll make a trick tip later on that. So if you want to see that, subscribe. Yeah, and I'll show you some examples.